No. Okay, we are Fresh Ideas Consulting Agency, and we would like to share with you guys the insights that we found from our business interview. So I'm Caden Hines.
And I'm Jenny Abraham.
Okay, the first business that we interviewed was Dos Barun. So Dos Barun is a small-time bistro that is in Laie. It serves French, Greek, and Italian cuisine. It's run by a small group of students. And so Dos Barun actually has a very unique business model. So first of all, they actually only serve one group at a time, and they only allow people to dine in their restaurant as a couple. So they only accept dates. And finally, they require people to apply to eat at their restaurant. So I don't think I've ever heard of anyone getting rejected, but they still do require an application to make the reservation. Okay, so for the Dos Barun interview, I played the CEO role, and the first insight that I got out of the interview was reinforcing the idea that we read from the book of the importance of having the right people on board. They talked about how as a CEO, it makes it a lot easier, can save a lot of time because they don't have to worry about delegating things as much because their team knows exactly what they need to do already. Another thing that I got out of the interview was the idea that everything that the company does and that all employees do reflect back on the company image. And so it's important to always be on the best behavior and always look for opportunities to serve the customer because people are watching and they'll see the actions and that will reflect back on how people view the company. Finally, the last insight that I found was that as a leader, sharing the vision and goals of the company can help a lot to motivate other employees because a lot of the time they will hear that vision and they will want to make it happen. So it can help them work a lot harder than they would otherwise.
Okay, so the next one is CHRO. So first insight I gained is a business knows the employee abilities. That's mean before they hiring the employees, they know what kind of the vibes the employees brings to the work. If they're really willing to be part of the company and the business and really willing to work with the teams and be professional at work. And the second one, they have to sacrifice their time, energy, and their skills for the sake of the company. Since those parents have the priority to inspire performance, so every employee needs to spare their time and energy and focus and be professional at work. And the last one, to make customer happy. This is the main point how those parents build this business because they want to create the expectation of the customers when they come and leave the restaurant, and they need to feel happy every time they go.
Okay, so for the additional insights from Dos Barun, I did further research about the idea that they talked about of how everything reflects back on the company, and I found several articles that were related to that about building a brand image. And they basically talked about the same idea that everything that the company does, customers are watching and it will affect their view of the company and or brand. And so once again, it just emphasizes the importance that everyone needs to always be on their best behavior and always be looking for opportunities to help people and serve the customers because people really are watching and it will truly influence how people view the company and whether or not they will want to do business with the company.
Okay. So the next one is Soap Lab ID, based in Malang, Indonesia, and owned by Ms. Lorita Rahaja. And the business itself is the combination of art and science between the process making and decorations. And it's only used the natural ingredients and very friendly for the environment and for the skin, and it can use for any occasion, personal or special occasions. You can use it for take a shower or just using for decorations. So the best practice as COO, first one is active in digital and offline marketing. That means the business has a good promotion in social media or online retail marketing, especially targeting the local market in Indonesia. So they sharing any products they available at that time, or they can create customized products. And second one, they prioritize the high quality and quantity of the ingredients and the resource or tools and getting import from different countries because they have good quality and cheaper price, such as in the United States and the Australia. And the last one, the business really cares about the environment and people. Like they really care about how they handle to keep the environment safely, and they also care about how the customer use the products in their daily life.
Okay, for Soap Lab, I played the role of CHRO. And right off the bat, the first insight that I got from Soap Lab once again was the importance of having the right people on board. They also talked about how it makes everything a lot easier as a leader of the company. And this time they talked about how it can make it a lot easier with giving feedback because they don't have to worry about, constantly looking for ways to help the workers because the workers, if they're the right people, they already are looking for ways to improve themselves. And so this goes along with the second insight that I got, which was that they try to focus their feedback and especially criticism in an improvement centered way. So they don't try to talk down to people. And they actually believe that it's a responsibility of all employees and leaders, anyone in the company, to always be looking for ways to not only improve themselves, but for ways that other people can improve. And so it just creates a very good culture of improvement throughout the entire company that I think is a really good thing to do. Finally, they talked about how they try to make their company feel like family and create a close bond between the employees. And I believe this is another good practice as it can help motivate employees a lot more and help them care a lot more about the company and how it fares because they have those close connections with people within the company.
And for the additional insight, first one, I really amazed by the creativity of designing products and using the video to market their products and have the tutorial how to make the soap for the customers if they want to make it. And they provide many information like detailed information for the every products they sell. And the promotion including for taking a good photography and have a catalog for every product so the customer will get what they want and they can buy according to the budget. And also they have the customer oriented points since they have like they're active in social media and they can get feedback or handle complaints very well and they can give more advice for the customers how what they want and how they use the products. And this is the good point since the customer is the priority for every business.
All right, so that was our presentation. We hope that you guys found the insights that we had from our interviews to be just as valuable as we found them to be. And yeah, once again, mahalo and thank you for listening to our presentation.
Hello.